a Roman sandal. We're saying it's a Roman sandal. Roman numerals. What were they thinking? They used letters for numbers. Let me tell you how they figured it out. And first, I'm going to let you know they didn't think of 0 yet. That didn't happen in Rome. I think it was ancient India. They thought of 0. So we started with 1, and they used the letter I. Well, and they thought, hey, we'll put 2 I's together, and that'll be 2. We can squish 3 together and make 3. But then they decided that was too much to squish together, so what are you going to do now? Like, well, we could do a V for 5, but what about 4? Well, they decided, you know what? Stick a 1 in front, or an I, I'm sorry, in front of the V. That means take 1 away from 5, which is 4. So now we have I is 1, 2 I's is 2, 3 I's is 3, IV, not something you put in your arm in the hospital. IV is 4, V is 5. Now, we can add I's again. All right, so we're going to do that up here because we can add up to 3 I's. VI is 6, VII 7, VIII 8. We're good, but now how do we do 9? Well, they knew how to, decided 10 was X, so they're going to take 1 away from X. So they put I in front of X, and that gives them 9. Now, we're going to use that same idea with using up to 3 of a letter, and we're going to use the idea of taking 1 of something away. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. L is 50. C, I think of a century as 100 years. C is 100. D is 500. M is 1,000. And I think of a millennium as 1,000 years. So L, I don't know, maybe you like somebody that's 50. I might have to come up with a way to think of L as 50. And D, I hope you never ate 500 donuts. You might come up with a way to stick D, 500, Daytona 500. There's a good one, Daytona 500. There you got it. Okay, so now let's take a look at some ideas that we're going to need to remember. Smaller numbers come before a larger number means to subtract. Can you see that very well in red? Smaller number after a larger number means to add. Now we're going to get to that in just a moment.